...2007-2008 TEAFA Grand Final about to get underway. Both clubs, Pints and Banks, have got their banners awaiting both their league sides to come out. Should be a terrific matchup. Banks are undefeated throughout the season and had a couple of close shows during the season, but they are undefeated. They're coming out shortly. Horse won straight through from the first final, had the week off. It's been 3 or 4 years since Banks have won a premiership. They've regrouped. Of course, Tracy Village won last year. And there he goes through the traditional banner.
We'll get to come up and down, have beers and stuff. We've already had a couple today.
And joining me in commentary will be Shane Rust. He's actually a member of the Pints Football Club. We're still waiting on Pints to come out.
I'll just sit here until you say something.
Good crowd on hand here at Gardens Oval. It's we've had a bit of wet weather the last few weeks, but today is a terrific day for footy, and it will be warm this afternoon. Of course, Banks coached by John Burke, and Pints coached by Wayne Ward in his first year at the helm, and they've done a pretty good job. They've recruited well and got a good range of players. So Shane, welcome, and going to be a big day for footy, mate.
Thanks, Tim. Yep, great day for footy. Hope this rain doesn't actually eventuate today.
No, it's normally, I mean, we know by now there's been rain. The Pints boys are coming out now, led by Wayne Warden, who's their, I believe, Shane, he's their captain as well as their coach?
No, Brad Burge, captain. There's a lot of nervous energy in that room. 20 years since the premiership, and the boys are pumped.
Well, it's been a while, and the Pints have been around the mark the last few years, just unable to capitalise and finish, I guess. But here they go through the banner there now, and they've got a number of very, very good players throughout their side, and they've got a couple of ins in from last week from the side that defeated University in the preliminary final. And of course, Banks, they beat Pints in the first semi 2 weeks ago to go straight through. So it's been a good final series. University managed to, from 4th position, to beat Tracy Village in the first final, and Pints were way too good for University last week. They just need to, from the games I've seen, Rusty, the last few weeks, you'll need Pints will need to control the middle of the ground, because Banks are very, very good. They're a good start, and they tend to get on the scoreboard early. So Pints need to shut them down early.
Absolutely. Travis Edwards would be a good inclusion for the centre there, and I think you're dead right. If Banks get a jump on us early, then anything can happen. So definitely midfield have got to maintain and keep the pressure on.
Well, we'll just got a few minutes before the umpires take control and start the game, so we'll have a short break and just wait for the commencement of the game. So Ashley Manakaris about to bounce the ball in the 2007 TEAFA Grand Final. So Clint Beard for Pints to take the ruck. Ordinary bounce now by Manakaris, out by Edwards. Dover trying to get a kick forward. Bit of scrimmage, you'd expect this from the grand final early on. Ball in dispute here across the half-back line. McNeil gets a high kick forward back into the centre of the ground, finds Beard for Pints. Aaron Handball to Gunderson, gets the ball forward. Dover, Gunderson again, kicks short. Pints are kicking to the right of screen. Warden involved, Edwards as well. And Pints were the first in the grand final inside a few seconds. Kicks the first goal, so 6 points to Pints, and Banks yet to score. Pints had all the play in the first couple of minutes. We've got Turpin in the middle for Banks. Pope as well. Warden, the coach of Pints, is in the middle as well. Umpire Clark, ball's in there. Edwards again, getting in the thick of things now. Player over the ball there, maybe a free kick. You'd expect a ball up early in the first quarter of the 08 grand final. Beard again, getting on top of the ruck early. Edwards. McNeil gets a short kick away. Banks, good tackle from Mulseed, possibly holding the ball. Banks in control here, needs support from half back, and the ball is fumbled over the boundary line. Rusty, game started well. Pines seem to be in control through the middle.
We did mention that the middle was going to be important, and they have started very well in there.
Well up again here. Mulseed, smallest player in the ground, taking a kick. And you'll see the free kick here. Umpire's called this back, and Brendan Dover runs away with it, but the free kick's going to go to Wayne Warden. Well, he's going to kick pretty much Rusty just from outside 50. Looking for another option. Knows he's out too far. Short pass, and good mark there. Can't see who that player is, Rusty. Not sure if you can pick him up.
It's Edo, official name.
No, that's fine. He's number 7 there. That's Andrew Edwards, and he'll have a shot just a little bit closer in the Warden from around about 35, 40 metres out on a slight angle.
He's got a very good set of hands. He'll kick this.
Has he? Well, you've heard it first from Rusty. Now, Rusty, of course, being a Pints member, that's a good kick on goal. Yeah, no problem there. Edwards slots the second through for Pints. They've got a terrific start. It's something that Banks coach John Burke, Rusty, wouldn't have wanted, is that they don't seem to have been pressured all year on the scoreboard, and when they are, they seem to, I won't say choke, but they seem to just go back in their show a little bit, so it's a good start from Pints. It's exactly what Coach Wayne Warden would have wanted.
Absolutely. Banks run very much on confidence. So if we can shut them out early with their confidence, that's what we need. Yep.
So Beard up against Turpin in the ruck. Turpin this time gets a big tap to the Banks end of ground. Williams involved there. Gives it off to Baldock. Play on's called by Manakaris. There's a player down the middle of the ground. And good finish there. That's... I think Baldock might have kicked that one. Rusty, I think Richard Baldock has kicked the first score for Banks in this first quarter.
Again out of the middle.
Yes, centre circle is going to be pretty important today. It has been a bit chopped up during the week, Rusty, but the dry weather over the last few days is just the Gardens Oval's come up beautifully, and you'd expect some pretty clean, free-running football today. So Baldock kicks the first for Banks, and it's 2 goals straight Pints to 1 goal 6 Pints at Banks. Beard gets the tap away again. Pope involved early, gives across to Melville. You'd expect him to get plenty of the ball today. Good fist away there from Pints. Edwards involved, can't get a clean handball away. Parkinson gets the handball out, gets forward. Baldock again. Not sure, this might be Stephen Baldock on this occasion. Can't quite pick him up out there. Well, that's a better start. This is the start that that Banks would have wanted, Rusty. They've let Pints in with a couple of quick ones. Baldock from just inside 50 goes long. Beard tries to get a hand on it. Oh, that's a goal. So the Banks have responded well. Some good work out of the middle, Rusty, and Well, they've responded exactly as John Burke would have wished, and well, Pints need to, there's a bit going on too in the forward 50 for Banks. Well, there's going to be a bit of feeling early in the game, but you'd hate to give away a free kick. Both sides seem to have sorted themselves out now. Rusty, any particular matchups might want to have a look at? I'll get some words from you in a moment. Look like Mulseed, not sure who's been manned up in the forward 50. Beard again, runs straight at the Banks player. Obvious free kick there. I don't know why he's querying Collins, because he's just did not look at the ball at all. Banks player in Turpin gets it wide, finds Parkinson, kicks in board, looking for Baldock again. Pints player intercepts there, short right foot kick out and finds Brown, last year's medalist. Kicks short. Yeah, not a good option. They call him Whisper. That's Paul Van Oosten. Well, his kick was not of the same calibre as attack on the ball. But just some decision-making, Rusty, in the grand final is very important, that people that they don't rush, and it's probably the team that finds their feet first best could get the ascendancy early.
Absolutely. Couple of kicking errors there, resulting in turnovers.
Edwards there, kicking through a centre forward again there. Nothing really much to kick to. McNeil gets a kick wide, and it'll trickle over the boundary line for a throw-in right here at the centre wing area. Yeah, Van Oosten did a good job coming from the half-back line there. Just couldn't, just under some pressure and couldn't contain the ball. Throw-in here, right in the centre wing. Buderick hit the ball back middle. Warden, Dover involved here. Sullivan as well, can't get it clear. The goal kicker in Edwards gets it forward, looking for Mulseed and Crichton, both involved there. Crichton, he needs someone to handle backwards, but does a U-turn, kicks it in board. Ball unsighted there by the Banks player. And Melville gets involved. Free kick to Pints here, looks like Brown. Just Crichton there, Rusty, just seemed he had enough time, but you just worry that there's not enough Pints players pushing down the ground to support from the kick. Crichton there, and Edwards involved here. Crichton under some pressure, needs to give off. Edwards can't control enough pressure from Banks. Very nearly holding the ball. I suggest that'll be it. There's a goal anyway. They've played on. I'm not sure if they're going to call advantage.
Do rely on Matty Crichton a fair bit in that full forward line there, and if he moves up the ground, then they do get stumped.
Yeah, no, they do. They need small players. They need small players at his feet. He does do a lot of U-turns, Matty Crichton, but they've ended up. Edwards has got the free kick here. I think it may have been on the Richmond list at some stage, Rusty. Edwards kicks it goals, pops it through for Pints third, so they lead midway through the first quarter in this 07-08 TEAFA Grand Final. 3 goals straight, 18, lead Banks, 2 goals, 2 goals, 12. Look, Rusty, Travis Edwards, he's kicked a couple already. He'll be the danger man, won't he? He's a smart player. He gets in the right, knows where to be, get in the right position to receive the ball. Other danger players for Pints that you think could have impact today?
Definitely that forward one. If we can get the ball in quickly to Matty Crichton, and with Steve Malseed coming around the packs there, putting Travis Edwards in there too makes it a very good forward line.
High tackle here. It's a good contest there between Seater, Crichton involved as well, Seater as well, handball out, Crichton looking for people to give to, swings wide looking for Andrew Edwards, and the ball will tumble over the boundary line, the forward left-hand pocket for Pints.
Had a couple of players in the goal square then too, could have popped it in there.
I think this, just if you have a look at the way they set up Pints, Shane, I think Crichton tends to do a lot of U-turns, and as I've mentioned already, they need players running down the ground that are looking at the goals rather than U-turns and kicking over your shoulder. They'll get another opportunity here through Dover. Gives the handball back, not sure who that player is for Pints. He butters up, gets the second opportunity there. Pope shepherding Beard out, does some good work. Umpire Clark has paid a free kick here to Pints. At the moment, they seem to be first at the ball. Banks just a little bit behind the play. Good chip forward into centre half forward. Fowler involved there, good spoil. Pints player in Sullivan involved there. Palmer surely in the back. Yeah, umpire Manakaris. Yeah, playing a free kick there. Palmer first to the ball, pushing the back, kicks long, looking for half forward. Almost a mark there to Scott Turpin, the ruckman, who's having a rest up forward. Free kick again to Banks. Both players look at them used there, Shane, about what was that play-on's called, kick wide to Pope. Pope, he's had some knee injuries the last couple of weeks, and poor kick on that occasion, inside 50, and just wasted opportunity there, Rusty.
They had a spare man lurking around there too, if they had got it in quick.
Warden in under the pack, Dover as well, that might be Edwards I think, kicks out wide in front of the scoreboard. Dover and Turpin take chase, and a boundary throwing on the far side. Pints for the clearance here through Warden, gets it back again from Sullivan, gets forward inside 50, important, and Van Oosten drops something there he would normally take. Banks are away here, looking for someone to push forward down the ground, kicks in short, good contest there at half back. Ball stays in play, good contest there from Crook, and Milchip takes the ball in the centre wing, kicks it inside 50, looking for Baldock. Couple of them down there. Gee, Pints back six, Rusty are clearing very well. That's Walsh, kicks middle towards Gunderson. Of course, Carl Gunderson has played a lot of footy with St Mary's as well, and he's their assistant A-grade coach. Kicks inboard. Gee, Banks need to pick up here. Mulseed getting a bit of it as well. Kicks inside 50. And, well, not a bad result for Pints there, Rusty. They'll get to set up again here, but at the moment they are kicking with a breeze, but they're just playing first the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, they're attacking the ball really well at the moment. It's good signs early.
So scrimmage here in the back pocket for Banks. Ball's given out, lucky not to be holding the ball. Well, it is. Manakara says, well, you had an opportunity. And for Pints, Jamie Hart, very good in and under player. Well,
big kick too.
Yep, kicks it into Crichton, gets an opportunity there. May have been a free kick. And Fowler involved down there as well. And there'll be a throw-in in the back left-hand pocket. Shown for Pints, big Clint Beard, hovering around the 50, on top in there in the middle against Turpin. Pints here, gee, that's a quick snapshot at goal, and gee, I don't like that either, Rusty. The players that quickly have those snaps, and there's opportunities to handball back to players in a better position. Just need more voice from the players, and Wayne Warden wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah, a bit more talk around there. There could have been a couple more goals.
Should that be on normal or up or something? Banks get away here. Through Baldock, kicks inside 50, kicks to his brother Stephen Baldock. And I'll take a mark. Pretty much directly in front. And you'd expect Banks to kick their third here. Good transfer of play there, and That's Stephen. Kicks his second. He's the multiple goal scorer for Banks. And it's all tied up at, it's Banks 3 goals straight 18. Trail points 3 goals 1-19. So umpire Collins up in the middle, Beard versus Turpin. Turpin gets a clear tap away. Sullivan involved there. Banks, a scrimmage here. Buderick gets inside 50, runs and kicks a good goal. Just the points on balls there, just too slow to get after him. And Buderick has kicked a terrific goal. About 3/4 through this first term. Turpin takes a rest. Rusty, Clint Beard's been on top of the middle. Turpin did win the last tap out, but he's a big lump of a man, isn't he? And Beard, who does take some marks around the ground. Funny enough, I played with Beardy's old man back in the 80s in a lock in Air Peninsula. That's where he's from.
You don't start showing your age, mate.
He's showing age there. But he's here again, Beard doing all the ruck work. He's winning in the middle. They're just, the points on balls are not reading him as well. Dover involved. Ball forward by Burge. Banks will clear here, sorry, through Heathcote. Takes a relieving mark at the half-back flank. Looking for someone at centre-half forward. Unsure of where to go. Goes short. Not the best option under some pressure from Jamie Hart. Good opposition up behind. Dover breaks one tackle and cannot beat the second. Just trying to do too much there.
Lack of talk again there, Tim.
Good contest there from Edwards. And good pressure there from Edwards in the end to force the ball from the Banks player out of bounds in the full. Who's that player there with the ball, Rusty? Burge. Kicks the centre half forward. Looking for Hart. Can't control it. Banks here through the last goal kicker in Buderick. Goes wide towards the scoreboard looking for Chadwick. Just too many Pints players here. Cleaning up is Walsh. Through to Crook. And finds Gunderson on the outer wing. They're just playing a bit of possession football, aren't they, Pints? A shame. They're just prepared to chip the ball around, find possession. Crichton involved there as well. Good crowd on the hand too, Shane.
As you'd expect, Banks always draw a good crowd.
Yeah, they do. The Pints have certainly picked up some supporters in the last couple of years. Of course, Jabiru were defeated in the reserves against Banks, so Banks are going for the double. Scrimmage here, left forward pocket for Pints, late in the first term. Gives the ball inboard, looking for Brown, gets over the ball, can't get a handle on it, needs to look for support. Player there, gets it forward, looking for Crichton. And Sita. Banks cleaning up here, looks like Van Oosten. Goes wide, ball tumbles over the boundary line, and Parmenter just sees it over for a throw-in. Good conditions, Rusty. Bit of left to right. You'd expect Banks to kick with a breeze next quarter.
Yeah, we really need to get a couple more on the board before we put the game to breeze. It's only probably maybe 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah, probably a couple of 2-goal breeze. McNeil here. Stepped up from reserves in the last couple of years. He's playing some pretty good footy this year. He's been very, very good. Kicks long into the midfield. Looking for a tall. Baldock involved there. Burge as well. Needs support. Gives it to Beard. Beard puts his big frame into Burge. Gets the ball back. Through to Walsh. midfield through to Jamie Hart. Long ball inside 50. Big pack of players flying. McNeil will be involved here. Gunderson as well. Edwards. Gunderson just throws the ball away. Would have thought it was a free kick. Gunderson bottom of the pack here. Dover tries to get the ball out. Took them on. It's got to be... Well, Rusty, I'm not sure. They had to be holding the ball or a high tackle. And umpire prepared just to ball got up.
Yeah, it looked tighter. There was not much opportunity, but it was good pressure from Banks.
It was. Took the players on. Player here in Sluka. Running at the outside wing. Handles inboard. Will probably get it back again. Andrew Sluka goes inside 50. Kicks short. Gee, good pass in the end. 12th tree couldn't hold what he should have taken. Stephen Baldock runs onto a loose ball. Gee, that's a terrific goal. Young Stephen Baldock, he's come across from Waratahs the last couple of years and in the NTFL, and he's kicked a terrific goal there. Just an opportunist. It's a very good finish.
Yeah, that's about the third or fourth time now that he's been sitting in that goal square on his own unmanned.
Well, they need just to man up on him. He's kicked 3 first quarter goals. And Banks skip away 6 goals. So 5 goals to 30 and Pints 3 goal 1, 19. Clark about to bring the ball up in the middle. Beard, who's rucked unchanged this quarter, is clearly winning the tap. Player there in Thomas. Gives the ball out. Banks recover. Get the ball inside forward 50. Crook appeared to be held onto. Pints, Dover chasing hard. Warden involved here. Good spoil. Finds Dover. Crook involved here as well. Well, held it long enough. Banks player there in Chadwick. Gets away. Ordinary kick inside 50. Looking for some forwards. Ball appeared to be out. Umpire is behind. And very lucky Pints to get away with that. Baldock was hot on the spot there. Nearly kicked his 4th to the quarter, but was tumbled through. Singh will take the relieving kick-out duties. Finds Burge. Needs to find something against an half forward. They're falling down across half forward Pints. Molseed ran under the ball. Something he should have taken. Might have been Fowler involved there as well. Brown kicks the ball back the middle, finds Peterson for Banks. Handballs off, outer side to Buderick. Well, the ball's gone out. Banks supporters not happy. Good start, Rusty, to this grand final.
Yeah, great start. As close as we might have expected early on in the first quarter. Let's hope it continued that way.
Yeah, it's interesting because most of Pine started the game beautifully, and Banks are getting an opportunity here. Crook involved doing the chasing. Good chase there by the big fella. Walsh, good mark there. Might be Slicker. Yeah, it is Andrew Slicker. And he's taking this ball. Well, he's going to have to kick from about 45, Rusty.
Yeah, into that slight breeze. He's backing himself.
Well, there's going to be some left to right. He'll have to aim the left post. Well, that's a good kick. Umpire's right on the spot. It might be a goal. Oh, it's a good goal. You can hear the Bank supporters in the background waiting on the umpire's call. I wasn't sure if it's going to be a mark. Looked like Simon D'Souza down there that might have taken a mark at defence or Singh. I'm not really sure.
That's definitely Singh, that one.
It's Singy, but the ball had gone through. And Andy Sluka. Yeah, they do a little bit. Pints need to just shut him down. Beard's clearly winning most. He's just tapping the ball forward. Their on-ballers need to be aware of where he's going to. Brown involved here. Warden as well. Brown got rid of the ball. Hart involved there as well. And we'll see a ball up here. Collins in control. Well, there's the end of the first quarter. Terrific quarter here Banks v Pints in the 2007-08 Grand Final. Banks leads 6-1-37, Pints 3-1-19. Second quarter about to get underway here. I'm here with Tim Story with Shane Rust in the 2007-08 TEAFA Grand Final. Pints got away to a flyer, Rusty. They kicked the first couple. Banks have returned fire and they've finished up with 6-1-37. Lead Pints 3-1-19. Anything that you might be able to pick out of the first quarter that is worth mentioning, Shane?
Yeah, Banks definitely got off to a bit of a slow start and ran the quarter out well. I think if Pints can start winning a few more centre clearances, that's where the game, obviously, as we talked about before, will be won or lost. Clint Beard, who said, is obviously winning the taps. They just need to plant someone underneath the ball there and get a few centre clearances.
Yeah, you're right. He's clearly winning, and that's something that maybe McNeil for Banks is at centre half back, and Thomas is at centre half forward. They need, if he's knocking the ball forward, and you'll see him here, he pretty much knocks the ball forward. There it is, straight in the hands of Melville, gets the quick kick away. Walsh overruns the ball, ordinary bounce. Banks in control here, gives the ball away to Baldock. That's Richard, and Singh. Gee, that's a terrible error. That's unfortunate. Singh did the right thing in trying to tap the ball through. He's actually tapped it back into the field of play, and Stephen Baldock, who's kicked a lazy 3 for the first quarter, kicks his 4th for the match.
Uncharacteristic from Singh. All he had to do was pretty well leave that alone, and it probably would have gone through for a point. Yeah,
he did. That's just one of those things, and Baldock was right on the money. Singh was back there on his own. Big Charlie Smith down there now, the runner, talking to him. Wouldn't be much you could say to an experienced ex-NTFL player.
It'll be a tap on the back, don't worry about that one.
Well, it's one they've got to get back. Beard and Turpin to do battle in the middle. Pretty much a 0-0 draw there. Dover doing some hard work on the bottom of the pack there. Gets the ball out. Looks for Edwards. Thomas involved as well. Tries to fumble the ball out. In control there now. Warden can't take control. McNeil appeared to get hit head high. Sullivan involved. Gunderson. Short chip to Warden. Kicks to a vacant goal square. Offline. Maybe looking for Crichton there. I'm not sure if Warden really put his boot right into that. He just caressed the ball into the half-forward line and couldn't find a player.
Definitely looked like he was kicking for space that time.
Gee, good effort by Warden then. Just chipped in front of his Banks opponent there and forced a throw in. That was Nick Heathcote involved there. Pope gets the front of the pack, looks to be mounting up on Edwards. Turpin and Beard, good tackle by Beard. There's some heavy work going on the ground as well. Edwards, well met by Richard Baldock. Turns his player inside out, gets away, finds someone short. That's Ferner. Played a lot of games in the reserves this year as well. Burge for Pints. Good contest here between Burge and Sullivan in there for Pints as well. Jamie Hart comes in late and umpire Manakaris will force the ball up.
They just needed to get that on the boot and get that in a bit quicker than Pints.
Yeah, they did. Turpin, not sure where the free kick come from there. Beard, there's a push out involved there. He knows it too. Turpin looks short. Gee, there's just poor marking up by Pints. That's Hart on a mark there now. Buderick takes the mark. He's going to have to kick this from outside 50 with a breeze at his back. Rusty, any chance?
No, he's going to play on.
Gee, he's given it a fair roast too. That's a terrific kick from outside.
Give him a good chance.
And you can hear the Bulldogs faithful. Buderick's been involved already. That's his second for the match. And Pints, well, they've got some work in front of them. They trail 3-2-20 to Banks 8-1-49. Just think, Rusty, that Pints need to do some work in the middle here, as we mentioned. Beard, they've got Edwards, Ward, and they've got some very good players along with Dover in the middle. They just need to work this out. They've got Pope against them, Turpin. They appear to have some good strong on ballers, Pints, but just can't get the ball out of the middle. Sullivan from the outer side into half forward, surely a free kick up before acceptances was Brendan Lee, and he's given the free kick away. Looks like Mulseed will take the relieving free kick. He's outside 50, inside the centre square. Edwards, lead ignored, looking for Crichton. Gets up early, can't take the mark. Parmenter clears, kicks wide, ordinary kick inside, and squeezes it through. Terrific reply goal there from Andrew Edwards. That was an ordinary kick from Parmenter across goal, and Edwards did a good job, read it well, and chipped in for a good goal.
I was lucky because the kick into Maddie Crichton, there was no Pints crummers around that ball. There was 4 Banks players, and no one pushed hard enough to the contest then. It
was pretty much a 1-on-4. Do you think maybe Pints are a little bit one-dimensional? The fact that Crichton, they rely on him to kick so many goals. He's been a good goal kicker this year, and maybe they just need some of the other forwards to step up and take some of the pressure off him.
You know, if they're going to use Crichton as the leading full forward, they do need to get some more people around the four.
Yep, they definitely do. Last goal kicker here in Edwards getting involved. Warden doing some hard work in the middle. Ordinary bounce, Gunderson finds it, gives it to Edwards, looks inboard, looking for that man. Crichton now gets front posse, hits him on the chest, bounces off. Thomas can't get a handle on it. Crichton involved as well. Thomas again gets clear. It's going to be tackled here. Well, just needed to give the ball off there. Good work by Parmenter.
Lack of talk again.
Just trying to do a bit much there. They've just need to settle down and play smart, basic football. Parmenter kicking long in the middle of the ground, looking for Pope and Baldock. Richard on this occasion wins out, wins a 50-50. Banks in control here. Burge involved, can't get a tackle on. Jamie Hart kicks wide to the wing, and Dover will take the relieving kick on the centre wing. Plays on immediately. Ordinary kick there, puts Beard under some pressure, and yeah, good grab there by that's Post, and that might be Budrick as well. He's kicked a couple, busy around the ground, prepared to spend some time up the ground as well as he's rolled down forward. Well, just too easy there. Looking for forwards, says where are you? Singh will get involved here, coming back from injury, and just kicks a bit long there. That's all right for Edwards, and sees the ball over in the right forward pocket for Banks. Shane, anything you can see that maybe Pints can do here just to stem the flow here, remain in touch?
Yeah, need to stop the run a little bit and be a bit more accountable in defence. They're still running a few players that seem to be on their own a lot inside their forward 50.
Yep.
Banks.
Crook out to Gunderson, smothered off the boot. This should be play on. Beard trying his hardest, the big fella working hard. Singh remains front posse, push out, and we'll get the free kick. That's against Stephen Baldock. He's kicked 4. Ball in board there, finds Edwards. Andrew. Just need to kick down the line here. Need to run the line. Kicks high, looking for Dover. Dover in front. Warden off hands. Edwards involved as well. That's Travis. Dover, the speed to be high there. Dover hit head high. Well, Collins here in control. Gunderson gets clear. Finds Hart. Kicks inside 50. The runner here in Sullivan should have marked an easy chest mark. Banks away through Roberts. Half-forward flank here. Contest between Doig and Banks player there. Managed to contest there and to see the ball over. and the left half forward flank for Banks. Pints ringing the changes. Hasn't been too many to change from Banks, Rusty.
No, I think both sides have used their interchange a bit sparingly, but don't look like he might have been in a little bit of trouble then.
Yeah, it could be. He got a nasty knock in that tackle. I thought he should have got a free kick. Chip kick there from Ferner results in a behind. Pints from the kick out. I think is that Langcake? Yeah, Langcake. It goes wide, looking for Sullivan. And see, the ball might have been spilled over the boundary here. Sullivan didn't find that. Hart doing some work off the ball. And Manakaris sees fit for a ball up, right on the 50 on the paint. Oh, surely too high there on the Pints player.
A little bit sloppy, he didn't need to do that then.
That's Harvey. And Pints inside forward 50. Travis Edwards apply the pressure onto Fowler. Good contest there. Roberts of Banks getting involved. Brown hit late, no free kick. And appears to be, I think, Sita over there on the outer flank.
A lot better pressure than by the forwards. Pints kept the ball in there.
Yeah, it's been coming out a bit easily, hasn't it? Mulseed kicks inside 50. Good contest here between Gunderson. Just can't keep up on and Slicker. They need to have some pressure come onto this player. Inside forward 50. Kicks. Goes over the pack. And not much James Singh can do about that. And Andrew Slicker kicks his second goal for the match. One in the first, one in the second. And Banks, gee, they skip out to a handy lead now, Rusty. 9-2, 56 to Pints, 4-2, 26.
A lot of Pints were just starting to get themselves back into the game then.
No, that was good play. There needed to be some Pints backmen just to come forward, but also that must rely on the chasers to chase those players down. Gunderson just didn't have enough legs, and there'd be more support for him to chase the ball carried down. Crook in the middle, gets the tap down. Edwards. Ball in dispute here on the outer wing. This player's getting involved. Woodrick's having a bit of it, Shane. And there's a kick inside 50. John Ferner gives the ball off, looking for, that might be Chadwick, and gee, ball goes, just sneaks through for a behind.
Could have gone back and had a shot then. It was only 30 metres out with that breeze.
Chose to play on. Well, Banks have got a zone set up here. They're really out, a deep zone. Beard here should take that mark. Plays on the big fella, more like a rover than a ruckman, the big fella. Looking for, that's Seddon. Big Paul gives the ball off. Going to need some support here. Pints 3-on-2. They should win this battle out. Seddon eventually gets the ball out to Walsh. Kicks inboard looking for Dover. Come back on the ground after that heavy knock a few minutes ago. Beard, Pope involved here. Kicks wide, just gives it up too easy, and Sullivan, I think it is, will take the relieving mark on the outer wing. Kicks forward, half forward flank. Van Ooston, good spoil. Fowler involved as well. Banks can't clear here. Will appear to be a head high, and Robert Parkinson will take the free kick for Banks in the true centre-half back position. Kicks forward, looking for a lead there. Melville involved, gets good hands out there. It might have been Peterson, was it? Or 12th treat. Just an errant handball from Slicker inside 50. Oh, there's... Gee. Well, I'm not sure if Shingy meant that. Maybe there could be 50 involved here. There's... it appears it'll be 50.
It did look like he ducked a little bit into it.
Well, it was just an errant hand, I guess, went for a tackle, but Singer's certainly dealt with another player that came in to remonstrate, and Collins, the central umpire, has paid the free kick down the ground. A certain goal, and Banks, well, they kick away now. Pints have got some serious work to do. A third for Buderick, the second in this quarter. And Banks lead Pints 10-3-63 to Pints 4-2-26. Good crowd on hand, Rusty, as you always. Banks got a good supporter base. Good to see members from all clubs here. Jabiru, of course, were beaten in the reserves final today. Beaten well and truly by Banks. Good Pint supporters, a few of the university rats here. And TEAFA football is certainly alive and well here, Shane.
Oh, absolutely, and Banks are definitely starting to find some voice now.
Bell back in the middle. Appeared to be a free kick there to Hart. Gets the ball forward. Push out there, but David Cedar takes the mark against, they call him Chook Fowler. Doesn't waste any time. Gets across the centre paint. Right on 50. Kicks long into a stiff breeze to the middle beach end, and Van Oosten fists that through for a behind. Well, he backed himself in, didn't he? It's a fair breeze out there too.
It just seemed to hold up a bit there too into that breeze.
Yeah, it will do that. Geez, Sluka's getting involved. Well, on the outer wing there, Ferner. Good kick forward, and gee, good mark in there. Just held his ground, which is beautiful. I'm not sure who that player is. We'll pick him up in a moment. But just a terrific mark, and opted to play on. That's 12th tree. Kicks his first for the match. Kicks his first for the match, does Nicholas 12th tree, and just set the ball up in the breeze there, Rusty, and just floated through. Good shepherd on the line by Stephen Baldock.
And it was a quick movement into the forward line too, which is what Banks have been good at all day.
No, very good. Well, it's interesting. You look at their setup now. We're waiting for the ball to come back. You've got all 4 Pints on ballers on the one side. Their Beard, who is not rucking, he's having a rest now, but has been tapping the ball forward. Interesting to see how they go here, because Crook, you'd expect him to get up over his Banks opponent here.
There's no one forward in the centre for Pints.
This is where they're losing the game initially, Rusty, I think. Free kick to Pints, inexcusable. That was Parkinson was in for Banks, had 2 men around the square. Crichton can't get a handle on it against Parmenter. Good battle that's been so far. Banks kick back, centre wing. Big fella Crook. Callum Crook takes the relieving mark, centre wing, outer side. Dover involved here. And free kick. Play on, says umpire Manakaris. Singh involved there as well. Langcake. Sullivan finds Hart in the middle of the ground. Harvey looking for a lead. No one really pushing there. Dover. Be a contest here between Dover and Fowler. Dover gets involved now. Banks clear here through Parkinson. Milchip goes midfield looking for and finds Chadwick. Looks at half forward. Looking for the last goal kicker in 12th tree. Bird's been serviceable, just kicks the ball wide. Roberts cleans up on the outer wing. Looking for Baldock. He's been good, he's been lively. Yeah, just too high there. Young Stephen Baldock just got in over top. And Pints through, hard to see out there, might be Bird, not sure. Looking for Edwards.
That'd be right.
Right, gets a hand over the shoulder, looking inboard to Jamie Hart, ex-Demons player. Finds Gunderson, chooses to play on, going to be under some pressure here is Gunderson, gives it off to right. Need not to mess around with it here. Just too long. Just messing around with it there, Russ. Just not enough support. You can't blame the ball carriers.
Lack of talk. You needed to move that in a bit quicker then.
Melville gives that to Slicker. Chadwick here should have received a free kick. Peterson with the ball, fires it out. Finds Roberts. Oh, clean bowls, post. Centres the ball, smart football. Good spoil there by Sullivan, and the ball will be out in the right forward pocket for Banks late in this second term. Well, Rusty, they've skipped away, haven't they? Pints just have no answers at the moment. The Banks have done all the attacking.
You can see the definite difference with the ball moving forward. When Banks are going forward, they're moving it in fast.
It's with purpose, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're getting a lot of loose players around that forward line.
Yeah, they are. Walsh here takes a good mark, plays on. Good contest there between Mulseed and McNeil. And the best David Seedy could do there was get that ball forward. Well, it appears here the boundary umpire is a long way behind. The ball was out of bounds on the full. Well, unfortunately, the boundary umpire was a long way. It was a quick transfer of play.
And it's called a free kick.
Well, there's been a free kick off the ball.
I didn't see that was for.
And Matthew Crichton kicks inside 50, and Van Oosten. Well, comedy of errors there, Rusty, but Van Oosten takes a relieving kick, finds Melville inside 50 in the back half of the ground. That'll be 50 as well. Gee, Pints are just undisciplined here. They need to just settle down and just play smart football. It's not something that you don't regularly see this. They've been very disciplined all year.
That's the second 50 that Singh's given away this quarter, and I don't think he'll be very happy with himself about that.
Well, a stage like this where you're struggling a little bit. That's Chadwick. Well, he's kicked a terrific goal from a long way out from the 50, and he kicks his third for the match. He's kicked at 1 in the first and 2 this quarter. He's been very busy through the midfield, and well, we see Singh come off for a rest here. Well, and Rusty, they just need to shut the players down. I mean, at this stage, if your opposition kicks a couple of goals in a row, you just need to shut them down, reassess, work out where you're at, and just try and nullify the whole game for a short while until you can get back on top.
Get back to basics, man on man, one-on-one football, and try and beat your opposition players.
Crook in the middle to battle against Peterson. Wright gets the ball out of the middle. Sorry, Jamie Hart, that was. Looking for Crichton. They seem to be very focused on giving the ball to Crichton. There's other options up forward. Beard is resting there. They need to be a bit more direct. Trying to feed the ball out. Looks for Gunderson. Hart in there as well. Doing some good work on the bottom of the pack. And there'll be a ball up inside 50 for Pints. Banks lead 12-3, 75 to Pints 4-3, 27. from the ruck. Mulseed has a snap, has a flying snap here. Gee, might have snuck that through.
Sullivan with the snap, Mulseed with the shepherd through.
Yeah, good work there, number 2 Sullivan. They're a bit look-alike. And Sullivan, well, kicks his first for the match. A very much needed goal. They need a few more of those to remain in touch at half-time.
Still wasn't a lot of purpose going forward with that goal.
No, it was. They did some good crumbing. Gunnarsson was involved off the pack. Gee, Banks have skipped away. They can kick a cricket score today if Pints don't shut them down and make better of the second half.
There's that breeze is picking up a little bit too, I think, Tim.
Yeah, it has a bit. Bit of left to right here. Banks lead 12-3-75. Pints 5-3-33. 7-goal break to the Bulldogs. Pints go forward once again here. Dodging, weaving is Sita. Can't get a clean ball out. Pints here under some trouble. Knock the ball clear. Hart knocks the ball out eventually. Edwards, you wouldn't think he'd miss that. Kicks from, well, they always do that, don't they? You wrap them up and they let you down. Edwards kicks a minor for Pints. That's exactly what Wayne Ward would have wanted. They would have wanted 2 goals in a row there just to stem the flow a little bit.
Centre clearance, and that was a lot better from Pints getting the ball out of the centre.
Yep, Parmenter to clear from full-back. Looking for Melville. Hart involved there as well. Sullivan looking for Beard. The big fella gets up in front. Parmenter, good contest. Crichton trying to do too much. Gets the ball away. Fowler and Sita do battle here. Fowler keeping front position. Smart play. Peterson. Crook gets the kick away. Slung after he kicked it. And out of bounds the full. The free kick to Banks. It's a pretty good quarter for Banks. Rusty, give us a quick a recap of the half, if you like, and I'll go through the goal kickers.
Yeah, Banks ran the ball forward very well then. They ran it with purpose. They used the breeze really well. Pints came back to it. They had little spurts. They had plenty of possession. They just couldn't quite get as much out of it when they were going forward.
Yeah, no, they were certainly just smarter play. They're first to the ball. They're giving the ball to advantage. Pints had a couple of spurts of brilliance in there. For Banks, lead 12-3-75. Pints 5-4-34. Goal kickers for Banks. Mark Chadwick has 3. Budrick has 3. Stephen Baldwick has 4. Nicholas Twelftree has 1. And I'm not sure Melville might have 1 as well, but for Pints, Sullivan has 1 in that quarter. Edwards, Andrew that is, has 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and Travis Edwards has 2 goals. So, gee, Banks very, very good. Pints have some work to do, and expect them to come back with a bit more fire after the main break. Second half about to get underway here at Gardens Oval, and well, Shane Rust with me here. Rusty, I listening to the Banks half-time talk, and John Burke was the speech was not from someone that is 7 goals in front. They were very animated. They want to keep the foot to the pedal and really smash Pints this second half. Anything to report from the Pints change room?
There was a lot of talk from the senior players in the Pints change room. The rest of it was pretty quiet. I think they all know what they need to do this quarter. A lot of it was just the senior players trying to rev up the side.
Okay, well, you would have thought that given Wayne Ward's experience, there'd be some positional changes and just the way they're going about their football to try and make some changes in this match.
Also, they've moved Matty Crichton up the ground, and they've Clinton Beard one on in the goal square.
Well, they just need to win the ball through the middle of the ground. Crichton's certainly gone to centre half forward. Ball in the hands of Crook here at in the half-back flank. Should have gone short. Had someone in right. Ball there dropped by Twelftree. Forward now by Scott McNeil. Just tumbles the ball forward and over the boundary line on the centre wing outer side of the ground. So Banks lead 12-3-75 to PINT's 5-4-34. Only a minute into the second half of the TEAFA Grand Final for 2007-2008. That's Hart getting involved there. Banks get a free player here in Buderick. Ordinary kick inboard. PINTs appear to have a bit more endeavour at the ball. They'll need more of that. Richard Baldock gets a slung as he kicked the ball and falls in the arms of Singh. Plays on immediately, kicks to Thomas. Drops what he should have taken. Edwards standing by, didn't help out. Gee, good hit there from Roberts. On Roberts, I should say. Crichton. Mulseed involved here. Gives out to Edwards. Gets around a couple. Kicks inside 50. Beard getting caught behind Parmenter. Warden will get involved here along with Beard. As does Edwards. Warden has a long shot at goal. Terrific start from Warden there. Well, with some good hard body work from a number of PINTs players there. They generally, I think, Shane, they are a slightly bigger, heavier side, and you expect them to going to have to use some of that bigger body work to unsettle maybe some of the Banks players, because there's missing, I believe they're missing some of the, some run. They don't have the small brigade that Banks have.
Yeah, they definitely don't mind a bit of the hard ball gets. Wayne Warden, that was a very good finish and exactly the way he would have wanted to start.
No, it was good. Well, Beard was involved there along with Andrew Edwards and Gunderson, so some of their prime movers there in the middle, in the forward 50, getting involved. So Turpin here will do ruck against Crook. Dover opposed to Melville in the middle of the ground. Crook gets a tap away, finds right. Hart, I should say. Pope gets a quick kick out. Singh drops what he should have taken. Edwards here will get front running. Good shepherd by Singh. Edwards. Some smarter football being played by PINTs here. Well, I thought it had to be either holding the ball or a throw from Crichton there. Warden gets the ball out. Dover. Gee, they've started well, PINTs, and they've kicked the first two. They can make a game of this if they want, Rusty. What do you make of the first couple of minutes?
They can certainly come out to play. That was a very good endeavour. They're obviously were pretty pumped up at half-time, and they're definitely looking like trying to make a good comeback here.
Well, they do. They've got a bit of work to do. They still trail Banks 12-3-75. Lead PINTs 7-4-46.
They'll definitely run this game out, and at no stage will they ever think that they're not a chance. I'm thinking that you'll see a bit of a fight.
Well, let's hope we do for the public that have come here to watch this match. Good crowd on hand, as we mentioned earlier. You'll see Turpin again against Crook. Crook gets a tap out again, finds Hart. Gee, they've started well in the middle. Hart gets a long, high ball inside 50. Warden up against Fowler. Gunderson involved, maybe held without it. Yeah, umpire Manakara says you didn't have the ball. And Gunderson, well, gee, he'll have this shot. He's got a breeze at his back, Shane. He'll kick from, he'll cross 50 and kick from about maybe 45 or 6 metres out. Gunderson, slow walk in, crosses the paint, deliberate shot, sets it up in the breeze, a little bit of left to right needed, just can't get enough on it, and gee, they would have loved that to kick 3 in a row.
I think he was expecting the wind to take that a little bit more across then.
Yeah, just come off the side of his boot a little bit.
It seemed to keep its course too.
Bit of breeze popped up here. Well, PINTs will need to make use of it in this third quarter. Generally a bit of an afternoon breeze, a bit like the Fremantle Doctor coming in here, Rusty, off of Fanny Bay.
We'll get maybe the late typical garden storm too, maybe.
Yeah, we could. Still a bit of rain around. Good mark taken the outer side there by Parkinson. Chooses the play on, gets around Edwards. Handball inboard, finds Chadwick. Ugly old scrubbing kick to Melville. Under some pressure, got rid of the ball. Crook involved there along with Baldock. Crook needs some support here, and there's been a free kick given to Richard Baldock. Been asked to go around behind his mark. Tips in short, and gee, that's just an easy kick in for. That's to Andrew Slicker.
They needed to have someone in that hole then, I think, points to stop that lead coming out.
Well, they do, although they have forced him to go wide. They've got numbers in the middle. There's players such as Hart and Moleseed covering that area. Edwards was in there as well, but Slicker will kick from inside 50. See, almost a mark there to 12th Street. Not sure who that was. No, it's a behind.
So it looked like a goal from up here.
Well, the Banks players were celebrating. A behind. Crook with Melville, maybe over the shoulder. Dover here will beat Roberts to the ball and tumbles over for a boundary throw-in. Well, Banks lead, Rusty, 12-4, 76 to Pints, 7-5, 47. We're about 7 or 8 minutes into the third term, and umpire Clark comes in for a bounce up. They've certainly come out with more fire, haven't they, Pints? They've been switched on. They got those first couple of goals and maybe missed another one they should have got through Gunderson. Dover kicks inboard. Mark there, spilt. And
it was the same sort of start we've seen in the first quarter too. They definitely got the jump on them then. Just need to maintain it now and follow up with a couple more goals.
Put some scoreboard pressure on, and anything can happen in a match like this. You'll see a ruck contest here. Dover against O'Neill. Too high. Clearly a high tackle. And chose to play on. Melville chips the ball out in front, looking for Chadwick. Can't take the ball cleanly. Ball taken away by Thomas. Kicks in the outer wing, looking for Crichton. Meets, comes out and meets the ball. Good work there. Turns. Gee, I don't like that. Just Crichton does a lot of that. A lot of U-turns. Needs, but it's not necessarily his fault. He needs support from down the ground. And Gunderson, along with Fowler, will see, or Van Oosten it might be, sees the ball over the line on the outer side. Yeah, I just don't see the support from Pints coming. They need numbers at the fall of the ball, Rusty. They're not pushing down the ground.
Yeah. You notice the difference when Banks are moving forward. They all tend to push forward with the ball. Pints will do the same thing, and that's how the goals will come.
Yep, they're quick to get forward and get to the contest. You need numbers at a contest. Ground's held up well here today. We've had a lot of rain the last couple of weeks. See a ruck contest here. Dover and McNeil. Dover really just a token ruckman. He's not a big man. Hart appeared to get pushed in the back. Banks will clear here. Marker dropped there by Chadwick. And ball was tumbled over the boundary line there on the outer side. Of course, we mentioned earlier, Jabiru were defeated. I haven't got the scores. Jabiru defeated by Banks in the reserve, so Banks going for the double here today. Been a few years since they've won both. They have done it on a couple of occasions. Kick inboard here. Gunderson caught behind. Edwards runs onto a free ball. Could be a goal here for Pints. Beard doing some work off the ball. Good work by Parmenter, shepherding. Pope and Warden appear to be in the back. Pope will clean up here. Tackled by Crichton. Good work there. Handball by Banks here. Keeping the ball in play. Chadwick involved as well here. Roberts, Chadwick, kick the ball inside, finds Singh, drops what he should have taken. Spencer Harvey involved there as well, and Pints will get the relieving kick through James Singh. Plays on immediately. They need to do some work here. Dover, who's been in everything, should get around one, gives the handball off, gets support there from Crook. Burge, I think it is, kicks inboard, inside 50. Gunderson shoves his opponent out, gets first ball. Travis Edwards gets involved. Gunderson chips from 25 out and kicks Gee, the third for the quarter. They have been pretty much all over Banks this quarter. They've had to do it because they were a long way behind. They've certainly reduced the margin now, showing to 12-4 Banks, 76 to Pints, 8 goals, 5, 53.
Makes it 4 goals now. I think that they're starting to run with a lot more confidence. A couple more on the board now, and this game's wide open.
Well, we're only about 10 or 11 minutes into the third quarter, and Pints, well, they've kicked 3 unanswered goals. One there to Gunderson. Good effort in the middle. Crook. Dover certainly getting on in the middle now. Fowler.
None of the forwards
He's been very good.
In, then.
Yeah, Fowler's been very good. He's a rebounding defender. Kicks inboard, finds Milchip. Also kicks inboard again, under pressure. Not the best kick, but finds Turpin. Plays on, ordinary looking kick. Well, that's, you just can't afford, Singh just drops as well. Turpin just can't afford to kick those ordinary kicks. 50-50, short 50-50 is just not on. Dover was legged. And Pints, well, they've come out fighting with good effort.
Singh was one that was in the change rooms there that did have a lot to say.
Well, he's certainly settled him down. He's playing with the experience you'd expect from him. Has dropped a couple of marks he would normally take. Ball will go out wide here, looking for Lancake. Can't find him, goes over his head. Crichton's involved as well, along with Slicker. Lancake gets back onto it. Inside 50, looking for Beard. Appeared to get one high. Good tackle from Beard there. Edwards involved as well. And, gee, their Pints are doing, might be goal seed, is it? He needs to set this up in the breeze, gets it out in front, looks for Edwards, very nearly takes the mark. Gee, head-eye tackle there on, that was Andrew Edwards. And Banks will clear. Warden in the race for the ball, Singh involved, Melville. Going to be a good foot race here. Melville kicks short. Well met there by, might be Parkinson, I think. Good contest. Dover's been very good. Pints forwards need to be in front. They're getting peppered with the goals in here. Edwards, Beard. Edwards here will play on. And, gee, there's a bit going on in the goal square too. That's a goal to Travis Edwards. Terrific work. Gee, they've kicked 4 unanswered goals, and gee, if you think of the Banks side of years gone by, Rusty, they have lost their fair share when they've been the favourites, and right now it's not looking good for them.
I don't to be biased, but I do hope this is one of those times.
Yeah, well, Rusty, of course, you're a member of the Pints Footy Club. You've been involved there a long time, and well, goal kickers for Pints, Sullivan with 1, Edwards, Andrew Edwards with 2, Dover with 1, Gunderson 1, Warden 1, and Travis Edwards has now kicked 3. So they've got some multiple goal kickers on the board. Banks at the moment just cannot trouble the scoreboard in the goal department. Crook doing a good job in the middle. Hart gives the ball out, looks for Mulseed, Warden.
In the middle too.
Yeah, they're doing too high on Edwards there. Pints just need to be smart here. They're getting enough for the ball. They're actually beating Banks to the ball. Edwards kicks in inside 50, looking for Crichton and Beard. Burge, too many U-turns. Needed players in support here. Banks to run away with it through Swicker. Inboard to Pope. Going to be under some pressure here from Harvey. Good corralling work there by Harvey. Pope will need to be clean here. Kicks the ball inboard. Only Pints players. Warden will clean up here. Gets the ball away. Good work from the strong man. Looking for Gunderson. Needs a short kick there. And will find... Might be Edwards, is it?
It is.
Kicks inboard. Looking for Edwards again. That's Travis Edwards. Gee. They have kicked 4 unanswered goals, and they're getting another shot from 15 metres out. on a fairly acute angle, and they had all the running, Rusty.
Absolutely. Banks are looking a little bit flat at the moment. They don't have the run like they had in the first half. A couple of sloppy kicks.
Well, it's interesting. We look at the Banks sides of yesteryear, and they've had times where they've won some very good grand finals. They also have struggled at times, and I can see why John Burke, their coach, gave them a good rev up at half time, and they've just gone back in their shell. Travis Edwards here, shot on goal, ordinary looking kick, but he's popped it through. And geez, they are absolutely on a roll. Pints, they've kicked. Edwards has kicked 2 this quarter. Warden's kicked 1. Gunderson 1. And Brendan Dover. They've kicked 5 unanswered goals. Terrific work. And you'll see here, Banks still lead from their 3-quarter time score. Well, they've only added a point. They are 12-4-76. So I think it'll be 10-5-65. So they're right back in this match now, Rusty.
Definitely starting to get the momentum going their way.
So the forwards caught behind there. Mark taken by Doig. Kicks wide. Well, player there, Baldock. Caught him in the tackle. Silly to play on their Pints. They need to kick the ball forward. Baldock again will get caught here. Pope under some pressure. Looks for someone wide. Has Roberts. Looks for him wide. Good contest up forward. Might have been Walsh involved there as well. Oh, broke the deadlock. That was Buderick. Just an ordinary decision out wide for Pints to go inboard or play on when they should have just gone down the line. They've had all the run of play, and they've been very good this quarter. What do you make of it, Rusty?
Just needed to keep possession then. He had his player running for him on the wing. He just needed to hold it up for a minute. He didn't have to rush it.
Yep, no, you're right. Just possession football. They've done it so well this quarter. As we see Andrew Pope come off for a well-earned rest, and he's replaced by Stuart Williams. Doesn't go into the middle. Anthony Roberts here on the wing this side. Sluka in the middle with Melville. Melville gets the kick, gets the handle away. Sluka slips over, maybe was thrown after. Yeah, Melville was held after he got rid of the ball. Just some silly free kicks here. Pints have done the good job in getting back into the game. Melville, this year's medalist. Sorry, Rusty.
Well, they can't afford to let Banks get a couple in here now.
No, they've done all the hard work, haven't they?
Absolutely.
And free kick here. They need to be smart here. This is Burge, I think. Well, they've kicked themselves right back in the match. They're going to go wide. Warden up a long way too early. Dover, he's been very, very good. Takes the liberty of a bounce. Kicks from 55, long way out. Edwards. Well, I'm not sure if he initially he's trying to shepherd, but maybe should have gone for the mark, and it's tumbled through for a behind. Short chip inboard here. Finds Buderick, the last goal kicker. He's doing a lot of work all over the ground. Chadwick takes the mark under some pressure against Walsh. Plays on. Kicks wide here. Mark spilt there. Roberts under some pressure. Relieving kick there. Seddon involved here. The big man needs support. Good pressure there and forced to throw in.
Second that I thought was going to call that deliberate.
Well, no, it was Seddon might have got a finger to it. He's been manned up by Post. Boundary throwing. Beard getting enough of it here. Sullivan involved there as well, along with Langcake. You'd expect the ball up here. Pints can't get it free. Hart chips the ball out, little toe poke there. McNeil appeared to be held. That was Sluka held after it. Hart involved here, gets in the way of his own man. That's Sita. Baldock gets a quick kick away. Beard here. High, up and under. Not yes, play on, not travelled the required distance. Beard again, gives the quick handball out, finds Harvey. And Edwards, takes a terrific mark. Travis Edwards, I think he might have been spent some time at Richmond. He's a very good mark. He's a good option when Pints are full of running, Rusty, that they've got someone that can take a mark. He's smart football. It appears, looks like Wayne Ward might have gone off with a shoulder or arm injury.
I think he was holding his fingers as he was coming off then, Tim, so he might have just...
Maybe dislocated the finger, yeah. Well, Edwards, he'll line up for his third for the quarter. They trail by 16 points. Edwards, stuttering approach. I think he might have kicked it.
Yes.
Oh, what a terrific effort. He's taken a good mark on the outer pocket. He's kicked 3 for the quarter.
It's made a big difference moving Matty Crichton up the ground to centre half forward and leaving Travis one-on-one.
Yeah, well it has. Edwards will come out naturally. Crichton has spent some time at centre half forward. Maybe Banks were a little bit, Pints side were a little bit focused on getting the ball to Matty Crichton, and they've got other options there. Crichton is a good runner, he's fit, he gets out the front of the pack, and Edwards, well, he's a good go-to man. I'm not sure if Banks have got someone that can man up on him. Crook in the middle here. Gunderson, Pints will get another ball out of the middle here, you'd expect. Was held when without the ball. Banks in Milchip, gets the ball clear. Ball comes out wide here to Borderick. Looking for Chadwick, goes longer, goes over his head, finds Williams, runs inside 50, he'll have a shot here. You'd expect him to kick that, and just drifts away to the far side for a behind to Williams. And Banks, well, they'll be ruining some of these goals. They've missed a couple in this quarter, and they move along to 13-5-83 to Pints 11-6-72. Enjoying the game, Rusty?
A lot better now.
A lot better now, yeah. Well, look, it was a one-sided affair up until half-time. Pints have worked a bit harder now. Banks, they need to respond. Crook takes good mark, outside 50. Looking for Gunderson, he's become busy. Short chip, looking for, that's Sita. Looks inboard, short, dangerous pass, but finds Crichton almost unmanned, about 48, who kicked from 50. Looking for Edwards into the space. Look at that work there. They just maybe overcooked that a little bit, needed to just hold a little bit. Appeared to be a push out there from Crook. A good hands, back to Walsh. Looks for Hart in the midfield. Mulseed as well involved here. Works hard. He's an ex-NTFL rep player. Has had some injury problems, Crichton. Good tackle in there to McNeil, and we'll see a ball up at the true centre half forward position for Pints. We're about 15-16 minutes into this third quarter. Crook, Van Oosten, quick kick out of the pack. Burge leading by example, out wide. Crichton is in the clear. You'd expect that to be downfield, yep. And Travis and 50 metres.
And 50.
Well, what's happened there is the free kick was going to go to Beard or Edwards, and the Banks player has just grabbed the ball and placed it on the ground when they have to give the ball back. It's just simple rules, and this is just some undisciplined stuff from Banks.
And he's lining up for what's his number?
This is fourth for the quarter. He's kicked 5 already, has Edwards. You wouldn't expect him to miss this, and he doesn't. He just chips it through. And gee, what a terrific quarter by Pints.
Well, 5 points of difference now.
Yep, this has really turned the match on its ear, Rusty. All the Pints players will gather. You'd expect Banks to do the same. I don't think I'm going to get down there, but I'd be interested to hear the talk that Coach John Burke for Banks is going to give his players. That was the premiership quarter, and at this stage you'd see Pints have come out the victors in that department. They trail 13-5-83 to Banks, Pints 12-6-78. Okay, last quarter about to begin here. 2007-2008 TEAFA Grand Final between Banks and Pints. Banks hold a slender lead. They are 13.583 to Pints 12.678. And Rusty, I can tell you that the Banks camp then was very solemn. They were very disappointed with that last quarter. They were outscored 7 goals to 1. What can you tell me about the Pints camp?
The Pints camp was very animated. It was hard to understand what anyone was saying over the yelling. There's definitely a lot of feeling there, and they're very confident they can come away with a win here.
Well, free kick here's been given, and it'll go to Banks. Inexcusable, an extra points player in the square. Through Turpin, goes forward. Good mark there to Melville, outside 50. This will test him.
I think that Breeze has dropped off a little bit.
Yeah, Breeze has dropped off. Melville inside 50. Looking for Slicker. Ball in dispute here. Harvey gives out to Walsh. The runner in Brown. Under some pressure there. Tackled without the ball. Comes out to Parkinson. Pope ducks what he should have, ducked ahead. Too high, and Travis Edwards, very, very good. He was a good option up forward last quarter, and now he's back on the ball again. Hart will take the relieving kick. The true centre half-back position, kicks the middle of the ground. Mulseed against Melville. Melville cleans up, kicks wide, looks for Turpin. And Banks just need to settle down and chip the ball around, make sure they maintain possession. They'll do that just here. Harvey laid on the seam there. Looking for a dominant forward. Ball inboard by Parkinson. Good leap there from 12th Tree. Walsh gets a tap out, 12th Tree again. Ball gets fumbled out. Baldock, that's Richard. Mulseed over top. You'd expect him to clean up here. Gets around one. And Buderick it is. He's been the goal kicker for Banks today along with Baldock. He slots through his first for the last quarter. He's kicked 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and that's his 5th for the day. That's a pretty good effort. Just a mistake by Mulseed there. He was tackled, didn't have enough support, and got the ball out, only to be swooped on by Buderick.
Absolutely. And it was the forward pressure that created that goal then. They were hungry for that. Steve would have definitely wanted more out of that.
Yeah, and we'll see Brown comes off. Singh back on the ground. Just the settling goal that Banks needed. Pints are right back to this match. As you mentioned, Rusty, the wind has pretty much stopped. It's I went out on the ground at 3/4 time to listen to the coaches, and it's almost swung around right to left. There's not a lot out there, so not favouring either end. Turpin here against Crook. Crook gets up high, gets it down to Dover. Dover, quick kick out of the middle. Torpedo punt. Bit of indecision there between a couple of Banks players, and ball was dropped. Should have been a chest mark, and the resultant free, it'll be a throw up. Umpire Collins throws it up. Edwards gets dispossessed, held without it. Push in the back to a Pints player. Another shot here. They can respond really quickly. Just some untidy work there, Shane.
Absolutely. Didn't have the ball. He just needed to tap him then and not actually apply the physical pressure then.
Exactly. Be smart. Gunderson's a smart player. He was running just I guess 45 degrees from the goals, and no, the player in fact is Landcake. Not sure what his kicking is like. We're about to find out. No problems there.
He's a left-footed Tim.
Is he? Well, there you go. That's a terrific finish there. Kicks his first for the match. He's been busy up forward, and the work by Crook in the middle. He's been very, very good. I think Beard was on top early, and certainly the Pints players in Crook and Beard have had the best of the ruck duels. I mean, Turpin's done okay, and it just gives them, they've got a bit better options. Singh down back, I can see, appears to, that Pints are playing a loose player, or Singh is coming off the back of the line. Banks need to counteract this.
Singh will be the general back there. He'll make sure that they stay tight.
Well, he's the run-through man. He's not actually manning up on anyone. Pints will go forward again here. Gunderson. Umpire Clark here. Looks like he's either paid the mark or the free kick. Gunderson's in some trouble. He's got ankle trouble. No, he might have cramp. But Crook will take the relieving kick. Gee, Pints need Gunderson firing if they're to win this match. Crichton, no one forward of the pack there. They needed numbers.
There's a 1 and 3 there.
Yeah, it certainly was. They're kicking wide. They are forced wide. Ball here will go to Edwards. Should take this. Does. Pretty much in the centre of the ground.
Not a lot of movement happening out there.
No, they need to keep the run they were going in the last quarter. Pine should sweep on this. Banks here, prepared to clean up. Harvey gets in there as well, provides some body pressure. That's Dover, has done a terrific job today. Hart under some pressure, looking for Edwards and Crichton up forward. Crichton spills what he should have taken, and Banks will clear now. They'll rebound on the switch through Chadwick. Runs back through the middle of the ground. They just need to settle here, Banks. They can't rest in this lead. They need to push ahead. Well over the back there. You'll see Burge and Sullivan looks like getting there first. Gives the ball up to Banks in 12th tree. High marking effort. Here's Walsh. Will clean up on the outer side. Short kick and looks for Craig Doig on the outer side there and over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Gunderson's looking very ginger there.
Who's that?
It's like Gunderson's coming off.
Yeah, he's got a ankle problem, which is what they don't need, although a handy replacement in Warden coming on. Good tackle there. Edwards putting some pressure on. Banks going to kick inside 50 here, looking for Stephen Baldock. Burge needs to get a clean handle on this. Gets the ball away. Just an error there by, I'm not sure who the Pints player was, just had to run that ball over the line and got slung in the tackle. That'll make it hard from now. Banks 11 points in front, 15-5, lead Pints 13-6. And Baldock, he's been good today. He's he's kicked 3 in the first, 1 in the second and 1 in the last, so he's had a good day out. He's had to kick 5, along with Budrick, who's also kicked 5. Other goal scorers for Banks, Chadwick with 1, Sluker with 2, Richard Baldock with 1 and 12th tree with 1 as well. Out of the middle now, Banks gaining some ascendancy again. Good work by Hart there. Thomas. Singh, good contest there between Singh and Turpin. Crook gives it out to Dover. Dover doing some really good hard body work in the middle. You'd expect a mark here to be taken, not by Sita.
Okay, no one at the fall of the ball then.
Yep, they need numbers here. Gee, Sullivan's been terrific on the outer wing. Need to find something clean through the middle here, looking for Singh. Takes a good one-hander. That's experience shows there. Singh going wide. Ordinary disposal by a man of his calibre. They need some support. See, they've got no small players running toward the play. Here's one now in Hart. Kicks forward, looking for Beard. The big fella should mark this in front. Taps it back. Smart play. Dover can't get in there. Shepherded out of it. Ball taken by Lee. And kicked forward down to Pope. Baldock loose in the middle. Can't find him. Holding the ball to Pope. Well, he got rid of the ball. I thought he might have got rid of it, but gee, they're under some pressure still. Pints can still apply some pressure here. Looking for Warden. Both teams have stopped, haven't they? Very important, Rusty. Warden kicking wide, looking for Crichton. That'll be 50. Well, I thought it might have been. Banks have got nothing offering.
Neither team are really taking this game.
No, they need someone from one side needs to step up right now and say that we want to have a crack at this game. Mulseed just sees the ball over the boundary there. Right now the game isn't balanced, Rusty. I mean, Banks do hold that lead, that 11-point lead, but right now is there's plenty of time for either side to win this match. Ruck work, Crook. Well, gave the free kick away to Turpin. Well, some of the Banks faithful getting a bit willing in the crowd. Yeah, free kick here will go to Turpin. Should have just handed off to Baldock and get the ball forward. Not much to kick to. Pints are manning up well. They've pushed back. Not so much flooding. They've just pushed back. Turpin, long ball. Looks for Melville. He's the medal winner, of course. Won the best and first in association. I think for the second or third time. He's been very, very good. Just a smart player. Gee, that's a good chip too. Inboard there. Good mark there by Dover. Gee, he's been terrific today. Possibly be something to think about, Rusty, who will be the best on ground. Singh and Crook. Crook involved there. That Pints need more support here. Turpin gets away, looks for Melville, finds him unopposed. Melville finds Buderick. Thought he might have been trying to go round the man on the mark. Mulseed chips in and again gets tackled. Flicks the ball out. Good work there. Baldock gets the handball back inboard. Mulseed head over the ball, tumbles it out. Thomas involved as well. And we'll see the ball go over for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Banks.
Some tired players out there.
There is. Neither side are really, I mean, they're really working hard, but it just appears that there's, gee, that's got to be holding the ball. Took the ball out of the ruck. Gee, don't be silly here. Harvey just almost gave that free kick away then, but it'll go to Thomas. They need to go long down the line here. Looks for Crook. Oh, the big man there's done some damage. He's hurt. Harvey and Edwards is hurt as well. Throw in here, right in front of the grandstand. Crook is, well, he is Crook, Rusty. He's Crook. He's in a bad way. Ball goes inside, Banks forward. Burge, the captain. Relief here. Ball comes out long. No player to kick to. And should have just kicked straight to a group of Banks players. And Chadwick, well, he repel, go right back inside 50. Buderick there involved, as is Slicker. Brown needs to get the handle on here. Dover, for mine, best player on the ground today. Rusty,
It'd be hard to
been very good.
someone to beat that.
Parmenter and Crichton, it's been a good battle all day. Gee, Banks player there pulled the ball in. Not sure who's got it. And Jared Collins will call for a bounce down on the centre wing outer side of the ground. Yeah, Dover's been good, hasn't he? I think Chadwick's done a good job. Buderick's been terrific for Banks. Melville been serviceable. Crichton tries to draw the player, finds Mulseed. Short chip, trying to be cute here. Just needed along the ball inside 50. Hart chases hard. Warden involved as well. Parmenter gets it out of the area. Says, I don't want it here anymore. Almost looked like a push there from 12th Tree. Pints working hard here. Brown, Mulseed. Banks got the support around the fall of the ball. Prepared to give the ball off. Banks in control. Gee, high tackle there looked to be to Burge. And Burge will take the relieving kick. I guess we're about halfway gone to the last quarter. Banks in front. 11 points. Edwards misread that. Melville looks for Stephen Baldock. Takes a mark. 52 out. Won't kick this. Gives it up high. Bounces forward. And, well, it's the second time I've seen that this year. Ball bounced forward, but managed to go through the points. When I said he won't kick it, he give it a ride, let the wind take it. So, Rusty, where can Pints win it if they want to?
I think Crook coming off is going to be a big loss. It means that Beer's going to have to go back in the ruck, and it just unsettled their forward-line structure a little bit. But they definitely need a lot more run.
Well, both teams, end of a grand final. You're in the last quarter. You need to push hard if you want to win this game. Brown leads by example, kicks out wide. And he's a player that's got a run. They do need him in the middle of the ground and up forward. Gunderson has come back on the ground. Not sure how good his ankle is. He's inside the forward 50. Beard beaten that time. Looks like Buderick kicks inboard, finds mark, not taken. Burge got the handball out. Burge here this time. Pints in defence. Mulseed takes a good mark. And Travis Edwards plays on immediately. Well, they have to do that. Singh overruns the ball. Harvey through to Dover. Best man on the ground by a street. Van Ooston. Well, not a bad option really. They get control of the ball here. I don't think that point will make any difference. They have to kick. Pints have to kick up the goals to win.
They're definitely not going to win it by points. A couple of goals.
Yeah, so...
one goal here and a quick clearance.
Yep, and Pints are riding with this. Parmenter to relief for Banks. Player clear on the outer side here, and Slicker comes to him, and Warden outnumbered 2-1. Someone should have stayed down. Slicker took the mark. Just needs to slow things down a bit here. Play possession football. Ball taken there by Lee. Long into centre half forward direction. Unopposed. 12th tree getting on top now. Looks for Stephen Baldock. A good contest there. High contact. And
Goal here could almost seal it, I think, Tim.
well, it could. Looks like Stephen Baldock's pushing back to take the kick, but the free, I think it might be for, I'm not sure if it's Chadwick or, no, it's not Chadwick. But there's some serious contest from the Pints players from behind. Just some possession football down the ground. They just maintained it, and you'd expect Banks to win from here. It's certainly not over. And it's Lee Millerchip with the ball. And it might even sneak through. They'll hit the top of the post. Gee, you don't often see that. And Millerchip, he's played down forward most of the day. Kicks it behind. They lead Pints 15-7-95 to Banks lead Pints 13-7-85. Not sure if that's right. There might be a 12-point difference, but we'll have a look at the moment.
Showing 10 points a second ago.
Yeah, I think there's 10 points. Anyway, ball on outer side. Mulseed over top of it, can't gain control, knocks it out. Pints getting a clearing kick. Well, clearing kick into the trees on the outer side of the ground. I'll correct that score. Banks 15-7-97 to Pints 13-7-85. Relieving kick will come from Buderick. Plays on to Buderick now. Looks inboard to centre half forward. Looking for Pope and finds him. Andrew Pope, he's played some footy at Macclesfield and Adelaide Hills. He's been a good playing member of the Banks Footy Club, played in quite a few premierships. This occasion kicks wide and tumbles over the boundary line for a throw-in. Well, can't be long to go now. Banks clearly in front. Pints need to do some work here if they're to win this match.
It's hard to see where the next goal's going to come from, Tim.
Dover, very good work out of the middle. Beard needs to mark this. They need to get it on, get it in there forward 50, make a game of it. Crichton has been, well, you'd think a free kick there. Crichton's been well held most of the day, has done some good things. Looks for Singh up forward. Good tap forward there. Fowler, been very good across half back. Lee, long to centre half forward. Brown does battle along with Parkinson. Free kick to Parkinson. Brown was just caught behind there. Ball inside 50, big leap at the back. Pints have got numbers here. Walsh needs to look for a player there. Yeah, good work. Well, went for touch and couldn't quite keep it in. Warden sees it over the boundary. It was 3-1.
like they was going to sail out of bounds on the full then.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? But they just need to get the ball forward. Banks are doing all the attacking at the moment. Pints need to gain some ascendancy. Pope in the ruck, tries to feed it down. Broderick involved. Roberts gets dealt with afterwards. Walsh, Burge, just a kick in hope there. Dover, gee, he's been terrific, hasn't he? Just a smart player.
No one forward of this contest.
Well, they need to go to Singh here. Harvey, just an ordinary decision there to kick inboard. There was a group of Banks players. Roberts kicks long. Well, you'd expect this to be a throw-in. Forward pocket wasn't much. Turpin and the Pints defender could do there. Chadwick comes off for a well-earned rest. He's worked hard today. Well, Banks in the box seat. Only a few minutes to go. Mulseed, nothing to give to. Gets the ball away. Didn't think it was a clean handball.
I don't think the umpire could quite see that one then. He was blindsided.
Well, he got rid of it, but whether it was illegal or not.
Banks faithful certainly aren't happy about it.
No, well, it appeared to me he didn't get a hand on it. You'll see Dover do some ruck work here. The shorter blokes on the ground doing some ruck work. Pints have the numbers here. Gives it across. Couldn't get a clean handle away. Brown being shepherded out of it. Costa Slicker been very good today. Fowler. Chook, they call him, number 19. Goes inboard. Pints messed that up there. Burge. Just some errors like that they needed to clean up throughout the day. Walsh here. They'll get some runners here. Almost what you'd call the last throw of the dice here for Pints. They need to get this forward, get a goal. Singh out wide against Fowler or Van Ooston. Singh front, big beard. Look at that, look at the support from Banks. They've had that all day. Pints have struggled in that area. Walsh can't take what he maybe should have taken. This is Doig. Needs to find a player here. Edwards and Edwards. There's both Edwardses. They're holding the ball. Took on the player. Didn't dispose of it cleanly. Under some pressure, Pints. They've just run out of run here. Hart. Been a good trial all day. Lee. Or Parkinson, I should say. Doig again takes the relieving mark, kicks the outer side. Walsh here needs to be in front. Langcake involved as well with Walsh. Pints have just need some run here, don't they? Banks have pretty much stopped as well. It's been a hard-fought match. Broderick gives to Pope inside 30 metres and misses to the near side.
That's a very important point, though.
Well, they do lead by 13 points, so it's going to take some serious work by Pints here. Edwards cleans up from the Warden kick out, kicks inboard, looking for Mulseed. Appear to be a high contact. Dover will play on here. They need to get this forward. Terrific game of football, Rusty. Banks are elated. I'm not sure if this final goal will count. I'm not even sure who kicked it in the end.
I don't even think we're going to have a shot.
But, gee, what a terrific game of footy. Banks are very, very good. They've been undefeated. They've been very good all year. And Pints, valiant in defeat. They just kicked that 7-1 in the third quarter. Rusty, your thoughts on the game?
Look, it was up and down. Pints got the jump on Banks, which they really needed to do. Then Banks came back with a lot of hard run. I said all day that we wouldn't give up. To their credit, they came back really well. They'll be very proud of this effort today. Banks have been the dominant side all year. They'll take a lot of this game, and look, it was a great game of footy.
No, it was, Rusty. Thanks for your help here, mate. It's been so final scores will see Banks 15-8. 98 have won the grand final against Pints 14-7-91. So 7-point victors for me, Rusty. Probably better players on the ground, I guess, for Pints. Gee, you couldn't go past Brendan Dover. He was very, very good. Stephen Mulseed was terrific throughout the day. Brad Bird did some good things down back as well. Big Clint Beard tried hard. And
Hart ran hard pretty well all day.
Yeah, Hart was very, very good as well, along with Travis Edwards. For Banks, well, Chadwick was good all day. Goal kickers I'll do next, but Sluka was good. Van Oosten, some good stuff down back. And Nicholas Twelftree was good at times, and Trent Fowler was very, very good down back as well. Goal kickers for Banks, Chadwick with 1, Slicker with 2, Budrick he kicked 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, so 5. 5 also for Stephen Baldock, 1 to Richard Baldock, and Twelftree kicked 1. And for Pints, David Sullivan kicked 1, Lancape kicked 1, Andrew Edwards 2, Singles 2, Crichton, Dover, Gunderson and Thomas. And Travis Edwards, well, he was a terrific player, a cameo roll up forward. He kicked 4 goals in the third quarter with a total of 7, 6, but terrific game of football. And you see the Banks boys there celebrating, and got a feel for Pints. They did finish second on the ladder. They lost the first final by plenty, and they've come out fighting today. They just gave Banks too much of a start. I guess in the second quarter they were blown away. They were good in the first quarter, and Banks, well, they win the double. Rusty?
Geez, it'll be a big night for them tonight. Tell you what, I'll be staying at home.
No, it'll be a good night. Thanks for your help. I hope you've all enjoyed the 2007-2008 TEAFA Grand Final. Signing off from Tim Story and Shane Rost, and enjoy the footy.
To my fellas, you made me proud today. You jumped deep when it counted, and I guess a lesson for us in life is that we're up here because we paid the price with pure hard work. To go throughout the year undefeated is an extraordinary effort, and it's fully deserved, boys. Enjoy your night. Great stuff.